आज हम किसी बीमारी के बारे में बात नहीं करेंगे।
दिस इज डॉक्टर सिद्धार्थ लखानी, आपके लिए किडनी का डॉक्टर।
आज है डॉक्टर्स डे और आज हम डॉक्टर के बारे में बात करेंगे।
I'm Dr. Srinivas Dinesh Kurwa. I'm your heart specialist.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chetna. I'm a physiotherapist and welcome to Beyond the Pill. So let's just start with what it takes to be a doctor actually.
So being a doctor, I would say one is commitment, sacrifices to your own self, sacrifices to family, and of course dedication to work relentlessly for no specific durations, and at the same time seeing that your friends are enjoying much more than what you could have done. So probably I would say this is what a doctor's life is in a nutshell.
Beautifully said. And what about you?
So, I belong to a family of doctors, both mom, dad, doctors. तो जब when I finished 12th standard, तो mom dad ने बिठाया, जैसे बेटा बैठ जा, बात करते क्या करना है आगे. So then you were like, what are you interested in doing? For us, बचपन से सिर्फ मेडिसिन घर पे दवाइयाँ चालू थी. So it was like डॉक्टर ही बनना है और क्या करना है. So then my mom told me one thing. She said, see, अगर तेरे को पैसा बनाना है ना तो डॉक्टर मत बनना.
Oh my God, really?
This is the honest answer. So she was like, see, this is a line of service. तेरे को अगर बिजनेस करना है और पैसा कमाना है तो तू बहुत पैसा कमा लेगा. मतलब अगर तेरे को कपड़ा बेचना है तो तू कपड़े पे 5 रुपए बढ़ा के तू बेचेगा ना तो चलेगा. पर बीमार आदमी से तू ज्यादा पैसा लेगा ना तो कर्म अच्छे नहीं आने वाले.
That's right. That's
So
true.
she said कि पैसा बनाना है या डॉक्टर बनना है वो डिसाइड कर लेगा. Well, this is how I was introduced to medicine.
Beautiful, sir. Do you agree with it?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm exactly to the reverse. I am from a business family. So I am from a business family where I've seen money. So for me, degree and probably a doctor symbol was much more important because मैंने ये सब देख लिया था. So मुझे मालूम था कि पैसा easily आ जाता है. पर at age of 60, my father used to probably run the same way. पर वो जो रिस्पेक्ट मिलती है वो मेडिकल प्रोफेशन या प्रोफेशन से ही मिलती है. सो यू इमेजिन एट 60 जब मैं जस्ट डॉक्टर बन के आया तो मुझे लोग पाव पड़ने लगे. दे स्टार्टेड टचिंग माय फीट फॉर स्मॉल थिंग्स. इवन माय वॉचमैन और माय कुक और माय केयर टेकर्स व्हेन दे आई ट्रीट देम and they feel so obliged, which I don't think any money can take care of.
That's true.
So that's where that extra kick comes in. So your faith, whether the patient lives or for some reason if you're not able to do good also, that faith of the family or relatives looking to you is probably what not money can give you. So that kick is completely separate. So I said rightly probably you put it, money versus kick. I have already seen what I was from a family background. So I always wanted the kick. I didn't want immediately the money. So for me, kick was important.
So I gave this lecture to doctors who had just passed out from KMJJ Nair. So all the MBBS students had passed out and there were about 200-250 doctors there and I was on stage. So they told me, once you became a doctor, so after I finished MBBS, what advice did your parents give you? So I said, you want the honest answer? So they said, yes, please can you tell me? So my parents sat me down and said, see, at the end of the day, 20-30 years into practice, every doctor will make a respectable amount of money. You might not become Bill Gates or Ambani or Adani, but you will make a respectable amount of money where you can respectfully live your life. Means all your needs will be taken care of. So they said, medicine and science is there, but keep yourself open for slightly a higher power. Because when you open up even a little, that time you see the response much better.
Very true.
So जो तेरे एक दवाई में काम करेगा ना वो दूसरे के 10 दवाई में काम नहीं करेगा. So that one thing really changed my perspective that there is something out there that makes patients better like that.
So I believe probably rather than what is there with us, it's the luck factor of 3 days, 3 things. My luck on that day, my patient's luck on that day, and the overall situation or the whatever you say. So if all of 3 gets in place, even one who was probably very sick is going to become good. So we feel that very commonly for you probably being a intervention cardiologist, some patients who you feel will never make it, sometimes goes walking home.
True.
So that's where my luck, probably the patient's luck, and the whatever atmosphere or whatever you say, the grahan or whatever matched for him, that he has to live.
No.
So all three matching is what is important probably for our lives to keep them going.
So this is something जो actually हर किसी ने समझना चाहिए. But if you see from the patient perspective, this is doctor's perspective. Patient perspective is that ये डॉक्टर के पास मैं अपने फैमिली वाले को लेके गया, बहुत अच्छा हो गया तो डॉक्टर इज एक्सीलेंट. बट देन अगर अच्छा नहीं हुआ देन द डॉक्टर इज बीन डायरेक्टली ब्लेम्ड कि डॉक्टर वाज नॉट गुड, उन्होंने अपना काम ठीक से नहीं किया.
But that's I think two sides of coin for all the branches, all the lines. Medically, it is more because it's at the end life versus no life. So that's where it's more precious. In all other fields, it is probably financial losses, emotional losses, or whatever you count as per their revenues. Even if I feel that today I'm tired or I'm sick, but I cannot say whether I'm seeing a patient at 8 a.m. in the morning or 11 in the night that आज मैं थक गया हूँ, या probably I have some other family issues and I want to be at rest. That's not possible.
But this is one of the professions where if you want to take a holiday, you feel guilty.
So they say that doctors don't have a family life.
It's very difficult. See, I think
I think it is life between the medicines. I think that I would put it that way. There is a life of doctor. So for me, life for me is like in evenings, if like yesterday, 3 days, it was probably holidays. When I say, let's go out for a drive or a drink, my bachus and my wife knows that this will be a small round somewhere in some hospital. So it's like, Dada, which hospital to go? This is the first question. So I will say, Beta, we'll go 5 minutes to this hospital, 5 minutes to this,
God.
and then I'll take you where you want. So that's known that it is always rounds between two places. So it's never going to be a complete free mind where I am going to take them somewhere without any hitches.
So all your spouses are like okay with it?
So thankfully, I was married to so mine was an arranged marriage. I was married to a doctor, so she understands. So my wife is Dr. Ganga. She's a ENT and skull-based surgeon. So I think she is one of India's very few qualified anterior and lateral skull-based female surgeons.
Wow.
So she's very understanding. She understands that.
Same profession.
Like yesterday night, I went to Leelavati for a call at 1 a.m. and I came at 3. So she understood that. The call came from the ICU. I went there, had finished everything, came back. So that is how, when you have a doctor as a spouse, there is at least that understanding key.
What about you?
I think I have, of course, my wife is Dr. Devanshi. She's a vitreoretinal surgeon.
So it's important to have.
So that's important. And ours is probably a love marriage. So we decided much earlier. We are school friends to start with. So probably it was pre-decided who's doing what and what. So what are going to be the prerequisites in future and how the future is going to be. So we foresighted it much longer that this is how it is going to be.
So it's important to have like the same profession.
Definitely. It becomes easier sometimes to explain things, medical emergencies, Sundays, most of the times, most of Sundays are booked. So explaining that Sunday also is not going to be available.
When I discuss this thing, there is no Sunday. Every day Monday.
But I think sometimes weekdays are better than Sundays, for at least for us.
Every day Monday attitude. Because Sunday ki din, agar you get an emergency and the full day goes, you feel low. Arey, Sunday ki din. So you should have that mindset saying every day Monday. You know, only then you can work. Otherwise, you go up these ups and downs. It's like a roller coaster ride.
No, I'm really enjoying this conversation where it's no medical at all. But honestly, I also want to ask that, doctors are also humans, right? You also get diseases, you also get problems like we other common people get. So do you treat yourself the way you advise your patients?
No.
Okay.
Because see, if I get a viral infection, I'll take amoxicillin, clavulanic acid, oseltamivir, I'll take paracetamol 3 times a day. I still go to work. I'll wear the mask. We don't take rest like cold, cough, fever, loose stools. We will take antibiotics, we will take antiemetics, we will take everything, wear the mask and go to work. That is how it is.
So you really don't follow that rest lena zaruri hai, jaise patient ko bolte ho.
We advise everyone 6 to 8 hours of sleep. When was the last time you got?
No, I sleep. So that's
business.
Mine is 8 hours every day compulsory. There is no compromise on sleep.
For me, so, I really, the last time I can't remember when I've not gotten a call at night.
Oh my God.
So even between 12 to 6 at night, there are multiple patients in ICU, in multiple ICUs of hospitals. So something or the other is happening. So the call comes. So getting that undisturbed sleep is very, very rare.
So you think now the scenario has become worse? Like पहले शायद इतने patients नहीं होते थे with cardiac issues या heart issues, and now it has really become rampant and increased.
I do not like, there are a lot of diseases which are self-created, which are lifestyle diseases. These are non-communicable diseases. So we are now eating food that comes out of a packet. We are more sedentary, work from home. We are eating more processed foods. And I keep telling my patients this, if that food is not good for bacteria and fungus, it is not good for our human body. If it has preservatives, if it has chemicals, it's bad for our body.
That's true.
Simple. So you'll have more obesity, more cholesterol, more hypertension, because more salt goes into all preservatives. More diabetes, you're not exercising, you're eating unhealthy, you're not sleeping well enough. So all of this, and all of this will, what, younger heart attack patients, more obesity, younger diabetes capital of the world, younger cancer patients. See, पहले के ज़माने में you had only one landline phone. Now everybody has 2-3 phones with 2-3 SIM cards.
Right.
Wi-Fi everywhere. So there are 100 mobile towers near your house.
Correct.
So we are an effective microwave. We are living in a microwave with all these.
But
Right.
that's what development means.
That's absolutely right.
That's what they want. That's what
we
they
want.
Cancer, like this Bluetooth. anything.
Imagine probably staying in a rural place and staying without phone in today's generation for 5 days.
No, I
it's
don't
possible.
think that's. I mean, and
So
is
it's
it?
like a balance, I feel. We've gone to another extreme.
So I think
But then
it
do
is
you
more of accommodation to the current situation
But do you
rather
think
than balance.
कि rural में भी ये issues कम है?
That's-
ये तो equally there.
It's there, but still lesser at few places. If you're calculating tier 2, tier 3 cities, it's increasing. But we have places where there is there, but it's probably, at least for us as a doctors, it's become nature. So it's become slowly a myth, at least on the round part. And on the probably lifestyle part, which is saying, I think accommodation is very important. Things are going to change. Probably for the generations what we have seen,
Correct.
we are from the generation where there was no mobile to where we have seen simple digital button wala. We are to multiple smartphones of different varieties. So we have seen that completely phase, and we have evolved through all.
That's right. That's
So
right.
if you're not balancing, it's like you have a phone, you can scroll for half an hour, 1 hour when you're free. But if your work is only scrolling throughout the day, that is what you have selected. That's not automatically coming to you. Similarly, food, everything is available. Earlier ऐसा था कि that options were there. Once a week बाहर खाने जाना. Now it is like once a week घर का खाना. It's exactly reversed.
And that is where the disease is increasing.
But that's how. But everything is easily available on the tips of
So
hand.
every food delivery apps 5 minute में deliver करके it'll come.
So you don't have to think of what is there. What you want, you can get. It's like a genie. You just rub 5 minutes, you will get whatever you want.
तो आपके घर पे भी the scenario is the same?
नहीं.
Okay, so
that-
आप
but you
restrict
have
करते
to.
हो.
No, you have to draw the line. No, when you know what is right and what is wrong.
That's right. That's right.
So for us, it is full week home food, even with my kids, and one Sunday off.
Okay. All
So
right.
so that day you want pizza, burger, pasta, everything is ordered.
It's like a binge eating, but that's not even right. You know?
How? But at least it gives like at least the system gets good home cooked healthy food throughout the week.
Correct.
And one day where
I think you're lucky that your kids are still in a smaller age. With time, probably it will come that the kids will want what they want. It's very difficult to tell them no. कि आज home food खाओ. And that's going to come.
That's
that
right.
situation is already there. I also don't have kids which are too big, but it's there. आज ये खाना है तो यही खाना है. How to make that options healthier? Whenever you're going out, also probably how to make options healthier in your choices of selections of places what you're going.
True.
So if that is not done, then that's where the problem is going to come. So right from juices to ice creams to everything, being a gujju myself, it's very difficult. So you should know where to taper them down. So if you don't do it, if I don't take sugars in juices or coffees, it's automatically for them नहीं, sugar dad also doesn't take, it's not good for health.
Correct.
So that junk food versus no
See,
sugar.
that's why-
example.
See, he took
that's how it
coffee
is.
with no sugar.
Coffee with
You
no
also
sugar.
had it with no
So
sugar.
that's where it's going to come, because telling them that, but telling them not to eat, I don't think it's going to happen.
That's right. That's
If
right.
you tell them कि यार नहीं खाना है, अभी my the बच्चू, the bigger one, has 25 kids in the class. You imagine monthly 2 birthdays fix.
How old is your elder one?
6 years. 2 birthdays fix a month. 25 people yearly है. कोई month में 3 आएगा, कभी 1 आएगा. So birthdays में it's going to be there. So the fixed menu: macaroni, cheese pizza, pastas, pizza, pav bhaji, chocolate shakes, six nachos. It's a fixed menu. So it's somewhere rotating to that, because every parent feels that बच्चे आए हैं तो खा के जाने चाहिए.
Correct. True.
So if you start inculcating that at that time, that this is probably not good, or it's good only in a smaller proportion, then probably things will change.
So that's why I said no. My elder one, his name is Ram. He's like Maryada Purushottam. So when he goes for a party, he will have a little bit on his own, not that weird, but he has learned this. He will eat little bit of the cake, very little bit. Then he'll come home in the night. So nowadays I made it a point that I go home early. So before I used to work till 2-3 in the morning. Now only emergencies I go. Otherwise I try and come at least by 9-10 so that I can spend some time with the kids. And then we'll sit and discuss. So today, so he'll come and he'll tell me, so today I went for a party, I didn't eat junk.
Wow.
I just ate. And this is a 7-year-old boy
Nice.
telling me I did not eat junk, I was a good boy. And then I'm telling him, I'm proud of you, my son.
Correct.
So the minute you make a space safe and open without judgment, no matter what happens in school or college or whatever, your child can come home and tell it. Now, even if he went to the principal's office, he will tell me, I went to the principal's office today, I did this, I got excited and I screamed in class. I said, it's okay, but next time. So that safe environment should be there.
That's right.
Then you're
That's
sorted.
True. That's true. I mean they need to have that kind of comfort to come down and tell you things.
Correct.
One big agenda today of having a cardiologist and a nephrologist with us, because there is definitely a link which our common people don't understand. I want you to make our common people understand how exactly it's all interlinked.
Okay, so this is one thing I tell all my patients. See, at least I say in general, you have 3 things which people aspire for. Roti, kapda, makan, to be stable. These are 3 things which are needed. So I tell my patients, in order to stay healthy, you need 3 things to be regularly checked and under control. BP, sugar, cholesterol.
Okay.
Very simple. BP, sugar, cholesterol. हर 3 महीने में अपने फैमिली डॉक्टर या फिजिशियन या कार्डियोलॉजिस्ट जिसकी के पास जाना है. Check your BP, check your sugar, check your cholesterol. Because when these 3 things are kept under a certain level, so I give targets. So every patient that comes into my OPD, when they leave, they have a target. Next time when you come, we get it down to this. And it's a realistic target. Now if someone's average sugar is 400, in 3 months I cannot bring it down to 100, right?
Correct.
So we get realistic targets for them and say, with this kind of lifestyle intervention, with this kind of medication, with this kind of exercise, you can get it down to this, correct? So when you do this, the amount of emergencies reduces. देखो, शरीर है तो शरीर का मरम्मत लगेगा ही at some point of time. But at least when your BP, sugar and cholesterol is under check, that time emergencies reduce significantly.
Okay.
And I keep telling my patients, if my patients go to the emergency more often, that means I am a bad doctor. I have missed something that my patient is going to emergency.
Correctly said.
Hence, BP, sugar, cholesterol, when you keep under check, the major organs are good. Your heart is good, your kidney is good, your liver is good, your brain is good. You'll be okay. These 3 targets. And at the end of the day, lifestyle and exercise is essential. Boss.
Yeah.
No matter how much medicine you take, lifestyle or exercise without you will not, नैया पार नहीं होगी कितने भी
So I have exactly probably I would say a reverse approach to what you do. So of course, targeting the patients, I target the relatives.
Okay.
So I feel that is easier because patient to patient hai. At the end, they are going to take care because they have understood that they have a disease. So I have probably free BP checks, free sugar checks, free weight checks to all relatives, and that's compulsory. So most of the father, mother, or probably brother, sister will be accompanied by one or two relatives. So that's where you start picking. In the race of seeing a sugar of
Correct,
7
correct.
HbA1c where I'm
Correct.
scolding the father, and I realized that the daughter behind is 110 kg.
Yeah,
So I
right.
tell her, what's your
That's
BP?
true.
She has black patch here.
Yeah,
She'll say, I
that's
have
right.
irregular monthly cycles.
Correct.
And then I ask her, do you have PCOS?
Yes.
She'll say, yeah, I have some problems there also.
Yes.
She'll have some facial. So that's where the system starts.
Right.
So I tell father, you're already 60, 62. You are probably trying to take care. But I am seeing a 28-year-old behind who's not interested or who doesn't know that there is a disease there.
Correct, correct.
So metabolic disease is already set in there much earlier. But because no one has ever has that probably courage to
Correct.
pinpoint to her.
Correct.
Imagine a father going and telling her daughter, beta, I think you are becoming overweight.
My
You should start reducing. It's going to be difficult.
Very difficult.
No one. It's not going to be possible. No parents or no friends can ever pinpoint. That's a very sensitive issue.
That's right. That's right.
Someone can bully you, but they cannot come and tell you you're obese.
Body shaming.
So that's where we come into picture. So that's where I say that what's the normal weight? Like you said, I give them targets. Normal weight should be this much. Normal BP should be this much. When have you last tested for yourself? They say no. And then when you get them tested, you realize they have cholesterol, they have thyroid, they have borderline sugars. And once they see that report, then probably they realize that ये तो मुझे मालूम ही नहीं था कि इतना सब कुछ है. Because at 27, 28, she's able to sleep, she's able to watch TV, she's able to go to college, she's eating well.
Correct.
So she doesn't know that she's deceased.
Right.
So if probably such candidates are caught hold much earlier, they are going to come to disease stage much later. So probably what diabetes, blood pressure, what probably was at 40s, 50s is now hitting at 20s and 30s. Because there is no check on it. To take care or tell them that boss, ये time पे ये तकलीफ हो सकता है, or to pinpoint someone that you are obese and you should get yourself tested.
That's
so
right.
exactly reverse pathology or probably reverse psychology.
Right.
See the patient and catch the relatives.
Catch them early.
So I catch them, I see right father and I tell them you have got tested, no? Come here, I will test for you also. So I write down test for you also.
This is genetic, boss.
But that's how
No,
it is
no,
going
but
to work.
that's actually the
Because that's the
logic
only
also.
place. That's the only place where they're going to understand and listen to you.
That's
Because they respect you because you're already father's or mother's doctor. They cannot
Right.
say no.
Right.
And father also realizes like because you have pinpointed 4 points, you check the weight, which probably father never knew that she's 120. Father never knew that her BP was 140, 150. And the patch. I show them on Google that this is acanthosis, this is insulin resistance.
Nice.
And then father starts realizing, अरे मैंने तो ये सब कुछ मिस कर दिया. And then they start running behind
Right,
her.
right.
बेटा वजन कम करो, टेस्ट करा लो, and then वो रिपोर्ट करके आ जाते हैं.
So just one question is that being a nephrologist, as you said, like a kidney doctor, we all know nephrologists like that way. At what stage do you get these patients? Because I understand that लोग before going to the kidney doctor, हम अपने primary care physician या cardiologist या diabetologist के पास जाते हैं. आपके पास कौन से stage पे patients आ जाते हैं?
So kidney, unless there is an awareness, it's a complete silent disease.
Right.
So for ones who are with pre-existing lifestyle diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, obesity, your family doctor at some point will check you and probably they have chances that at least they'll pick you up in stage 2, stage 3. If you're asymptomatic, like the ones I spoke for younger population, where they have probably sugars or cholesterols or weight, and it was unaware for long period. So these are the classical patients who are going to come to us at a bad shape or at a time probably where I cannot offer them much. Once I see a patient very late into the stage, there's nothing much to do.
Correct.
It's just wait and watch for anyone. जैसे attack करके आ गया, फिर क्या कर सकेंगे? फिर what lifestyle? They have to do whatever is required,
Right.
and I have to start them on therapy.
Correct.
So most of patients still today with sugars, with BP, don't want to get tested for some or the other reasons. Probably though we all say that we are much advanced and no, there's a lot of things. But probably see your family, see my family or see my surroundings. How many of us do routine blood checkups yearly?
Don't. That's
How
true.
many? You will hardly find anyone because even if they are doing, probably for some of them, not for all. कोई symptoms ही नहीं था, Oh, that's a classical statement. पिताजी को कभी प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं हुआ
जिंदगी भर प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुआ
और कभी उन्होंने दवाई नहीं खाई
और हॉस्पिटल नहीं गए
और डॉक्टर के पास नहीं गए तो उनकी जांच क्यों करानी?
Exactly.
So that's where the problem starts. So that probably that situation has to change. That rather than waiting for the day that I will get some disease and symptoms, after a certain age, probably if you ask me what's the age, I say now 20 should be the age. At 20, once you are 20th birthday, you should yearly get yourself tested. Because for me, health is in 3 phases: physical, mental, and laboratory. So I tell all my patients, I may look physically fit, but if I'm mentally ill, I'm not
Gone.
healthy.
Correct.
I may look physical, mentally both fit, but if my labs are bad, I am not healthy.
That's true. That's
So you will,
true.
because appearance se you will never realize what is going on inside. So for anyone, you may be at 500 cholesterols but look absolutely fit, you will be sitting. But then when I take history, I'll realize that you are probably drinking or smoking every day. And we see that at much younger ages for so many people.
That's true.
So that's where the lifestyle matters, and they also don't know because something is triggering them.
just like what you said, keep the silent. 3 years back, I got a gym trainer, 8-pack abs, like a bull, right? Gym trainer.
So they are the most versatile population to probably.
BP 250 by 120.
Oh my God.
हाँ 250 by 120. हाँ चालताना थोड़ा धाप लागतो सर म्हणून. That was the only complaint. So got him evaluated, everything, no renal arteries, everything was evaluated, medications given. 3 months he came for follow-up. Real story, huh? 3 months he came for follow-up. BP under control. After that, 3 years gull. Khulja Simpson means nothing, nowhere, no news.
But that's where the symptom becomes normal, na? So they feel everything is good.
About couple of months back got a call. सर तुम्ही आहे का क्लिनिकमध्ये मला आजच यायचंय. सर काय झालं? सर एक आठवड्यापासून जिभेला चव नाही, उलटी सारखं होतंय. I said okay. एक ब्लड टेस्ट करून येऊ शकता का? बेसिक ब्लड टेस्ट. 3 वर्ष आलेत नाही ना. बेसिक ब्लड टेस्ट. So he came, he said, examined BP 260 by 140. I said,
My God.
I said, साहेब करतात काय तुम्ही? So he said, सर abs बघा माझे. I said, abs बघा म्हणजे काय?
So that's why I said, na, all three is very important.
So then, this is a real story, sir. So then I said, you stopped your medications? I said, हो सर, मी जिम ट्रेनर आहे. मी सगळं नॅचरल डिटॉक्स केला, हे केलं आणि फिलिंग ॲब्सोल्युटली फिट. फक्त एक आठवड्यापासून जिभेला चव नाही. I saw the create of 13.4. Means kidneys are gone. Create of 13.4 at 34. What can you tell in such a person?
Yeah.
Well, that's very common. That's a common scenario which we see.
No, but sir, this is common for the doctors to see, but then patients don't really understand.
No, patients, relatives and patients are seeing this. We are seeing this. This is a common scenario.
Okay.
So that's where that importance of all three fitnesses has to be understood by relatives and patient. Because appearance say
Correct.
people say.
Correct.
So seeing someone, I get, oh, he's looking very fit. But unless I have all three in the card, you can never say someone is good.
He's from Thane. So he said, then I had to sit him down, called his family, explained that he might need dialysis, got all of them ready for it. So he said, I will cut.
You know, diabetes, we know that फिर भी लोगों को पता है. तुमको पता है diabetes से किडनी का प्रॉब्लम होता है? नहीं, हाँ जोर से बोलो. नहीं. स्टिल मेरे सराउंडिंग में आजू बाजू थोड़ा तो कनेक्शन लेके आ सकते हैं कि डायबिटीज की वजह से किडनी होता है अफेक्ट. बट देन देयर आर पीपल हु हैव एब्सोल्युटली नो आइडिया कि अगर हाई डायबिटीज है और जिसका आप मेडिकेशन नहीं ले रहे, इट कैन ऑल्सो लीड टू अटैक्स और अ हार्ट डिजीज.
So my standard dialogue in every talk that I give is uncontrolled diabetes is as bad as cancer. And I keep saying this again and again because when people hear cancer, that time they wake up. Okay? And why I say this is when your sugars are high, I tell my patients जब बुखार आता है, हाथ या पैर गर्म होता है, पूरा शरीर गर्म होता है. जैसे पूरा शरीर गर्म होता है. So same way that high sugar is traveling throughout your entire body. It affects your brain, your eyes, your heart, your kidney, your liver, your peripheral arterial disease, your nerves, everything.
Correct.
Is uncontrolled diabetes. So when you have uncontrolled diabetes, you are affecting multiple systems at the same time.
That's true.
And when you become symptomatic, like when cancer patients show, it's like when there are already meds all over. So damage has already been done. So getting your sugar under control is very, very essential. So I keep saying this, uncontrolled diabetes is as bad as cancer.
Now there's also one thing कि अभी हम देखते हैं यहाँ पे कि patient has diabetes, blood sugar, cholesterol, and पहले I mean they look at only treating one disease, but then हर डॉक्टर के पास नहीं जा सकते, करेक्ट? तो एक कार्डियोलॉजिस्ट को भी विजिट करेंगे, डायबिटोलॉजिस्ट को भी विजिट करेंगे, नेफ्रोलॉजिस्ट को भी विजिट करेंगे. They would not. So why is it important to have like a one collaborative model?
So house is probably, it's like your house. So whenever we discuss your body is like an house. So if I have to renovate or I have to take care of the house, you will need few things. Like if there is a maid who will do only jhadu pocha, she'll do only jhadu pocha. There's a cook, you will need a cook. You have a car, you will need a car cleaner. So वैसे ही body, if has to be taken care, there can be one architect or a manager. Like that's your primary physician doctor who can tell you किसमें problem है.
Right.
And then that problem has to be sorted by that person. So अगर फर्नीचर में प्रॉब्लम है तो मैं कारपेंटर से नहीं काम करवा सकता, मैं कारपेंटर से ही काम करवा सकता हूँ, मैं प्लम्बर को नहीं बुला सकता हूँ. If there is a leakage or my tap is not working, I have to call a plumber. Similarly, body has so many parts, so that manager has to keep on checking you routinely, like you rightly said. सबके पास सब टाइम नहीं जा सकते. I don't keep on calling carpenters or plumbers at home. I have one person who comes and checks कुछ भी है and tells me कि ये problem है, ये problem है, ये problem. And then that problems has to be negotiated to the corresponding doctors. The problem arises is जब बोलते हैं, so patients don't feel that importance.
Right.
Telling them that creat 1.5 है, आप एक किडनी डॉक्टर को दिखा दो, तो नॉर्मल कितना होना चाहिए? डॉक्टर साहब थोड़ा तो बड़ा है, बाद में जाते, and वो बाद में, that बाद में never comes. So I think somewhere still we lack education or educating normal layman population somewhere, and somewhere the health system still needs lot of upgradation. And like in all foreign countries, probably yearly checkups, compulsory insurances should become a part. Then that is where there will be no hitch that why they are doing tests because Lakhani is saying or Kurwa is saying. It will become mandatory. Like I have relatives in Australia or US, it's compulsory there to have yearly checkups. If they want to upgrade there or continue their insurances, they'll have to have checkups every year. You are deceased, you are sick, no doctor is advising you. It's the government who is telling you कि if you want to continue being on the insurance panel, I need all of these. And if everything is fit, we increase. If not, we refer you to a doctor. So that's a central system which is taking care rather than pinpointing to each doctor. अरे वो डॉक्टर ने इतने हजार का टेस्ट दे दिया, ये डॉक्टर ने इतने हजार का टेस्ट दे दिया. The system is vanished.
That's right. That's right. That's true. I mean, and then follow up का भी जब होता है, उनको नेफ्रो के साथ भी, किडनी डॉक्टर के पास भी follow up करो, हार्ट के डॉक्टर के पास भी जाओ, डायबिटीज दिखाने के लिए भी जाओ, तो केयर गिवर के लिए भी वो इशू बन जाता है. And plus it takes a toll on your financial part also on a family.
It's not easy. So that is where preventive therapy is much more. I think government of India is now contemplating driver's license के साथ cholesterol test. I think that is what the talks are going on. Because even in the current ACC 2026 guidelines, because childhood obesity has increased so much, they are now telling to do tests between 9 to 12 years of age for cholesterol for the first time.
100%.
And that's where I think even the current government is deciding that when you go for a driver's license, when you're old enough, because they are absolutely correct, because blockages in the heart start at the age of 18 to 20. They don't start at 40 or 50.
Right.
So suddenly heart attack aa gaya.
Correct.
It's not like that. The blockages always go on increasing. So which rightly, if you're doing your cholesterol at the age of 18, at least you know as to where you're heading.
That's where the 20 number I triggered. So it should not be only cholesterol, probably all the checkups.
Yes.
At 20, probably it should become mandatory for all.
Right.
For all, whosoever either asks you, either asks him, or either asks.
Correct.
We should see to it that 20 should be the figure. And I to tell all my patients, select your birth month or your anniversary date. That's always you're going to remember. 1 week or 10 days prior, get yourself tested. So you know what next year.
It is slightly dicey.
So you know what your target is. So that's equally important, because many a times probably you take care of your family, your partners in an equal way. Because you may be precautious doing exercise, your partners may not be. Or probably partners are more active and you may not be. So that's where probably everything matches, because then you're doing a complete for all of them, and all of them at a time sit and analyze that, oh, this has the problem. So for dietary plans, tour plans, yearly financial plans, insurance plans, everything can be portrayed because you know who's sick. If everything is good, the family is happy.
Correct.
They can have a good go.
Right.
They can plan their future and finances because they know every year
Right.
that okay, this is
Right.
coming now. We have to prepare more. We have to plan more. We have to reduce this. We have to increase this. That's where it's important for planning also on a futuristic goal.
डायलॉग व्हाट आई मारेज इज कुछ चीज हम अपने के लिए करते हैं कुछ चीज हम अपनों के लिए करते हैं
That's right.
100%.
Why you have
100%.
You know, one of my friend, he मतलब came from a very
humble back
humble background. तो when he started working, तो उसने अपने पेरेंट्स को एक बहुत अच्छी बात बोली कि अभी ना मैं अच्छे से पढ़ाई कर रहा हूँ, मेहनत कर रहा हूँ एंड पैसे भी जमा कर रहा हूँ. जब मैं आपको अच्छी लाइफस्टाइल देना चालू करूँगा ना, तब मुझे अपना सारा पैसा आप लोग के मेडिकल में नहीं डालना है. यू प्लीज स्टार्ट टेकिंग केयर ऑफ योर सेल्फ. अभी से ही अच्छा खाओ, अच्छे से रहो, एक्सरसाइज करो, सो दैट बाद में व्हेन आई एम डूइंग everything good, I don't want to spend all of it in the hospital.
Absolutely.
so I think during covid I realized jaan hai to jaan hai that those 2 to 3 years were absolutely means 24/7 ICUs, breathless patients, suits. It's means it changed my perspective on what life meant.
Correct.
So that's when everyone realized, na, nor money, nor gold, nor property, or nor any sort of backup can save you. Only if you're physically fit,
Correct.
if your immunity is good,
Correct.
and if you're mentally sound. All three parameters are good, then you can survive.
That's right.
If you're not, if so many had mental shutdowns, works went down, so many were afraid that I will get the disease. Those who were already physically sick became more sick.
That's right.
So, and the ones who took it in a positive way had an excellent life because then that's where they realized that
enjoyed
this,
COVID.
they enjoyed COVID.
Right.
Because then they started exercising more.
Right,
They could revamp their work schedule to only 6 hours a day.
True.
They could manage their finances well. They could manage give their family good time.
Correct.
So that's where probably that balance came in and people realized that kuch bhi ho jayega, this can trigger any time.
One thing I want to add. So medicine is secondary. First is lifestyle and diet. Mental health is very essential. And I feel that is where meditation is very essential. Means any form of meditation. For example, I'm not talking about sitting in one
It's a
place
very
like that.
difficult thing to do.
No. So that's what I said. So what happens is, I tell my patients that the same way how you have a bath every day, you brush your teeth, you go to the washroom. हम शरीर का गंदगी निकालते हैं.
Right.
मन का गंदगी कैसे निकालते हैं?
But that's, I think it's very, with the current Mumbai lifestyle, it's practically because you see everyone will be on toes from 6 or 7 in the morning, whether it's your house or my house. Thinking that meditation ka slot, it's going to be very difficult. You have a fixed working schedule, then you have something for your own, you have something for your kids, and if you are having already parents above it, then that extra time goes in there. So rather than meditation, I would probably say that mental pause. 5 minutes or 10 minutes of pause where you sit
Without the phone.
Without a phone, without any thought process, just close your eyes and probably just try to slow down your brain. That also will help a lot because then you will realize that what extra is going
So
on.
I tell 4 things. I say people have this misnomer of meditation, means you have to sit in a dark room alone, not doing anything for matter. That is not what is meditation. I say when you paint, that is a meditative state.
It is a hobby.
When you play a musical instrument, that is a meditative state. When you do Tai Chi, that is a form of meditation. So what you have to realize is you have to learn to let go in that mental pause.
So do what you like for 15 minutes
It's
a
a
day,
hobby,
probably.
basically.
That's what
Probably would be important.
You have to learn to let go. When you learn to let go of that baggage, everything feels lighter.
do you practice what you're saying?
Yes.
Do you practice what you're saying?
Yes,
So I would
because
probably
I
put it that way.
always-
Yeah,
Really.
do you correct.
Always meditate in between hospitals. So when
So that's why I said that's the pause which I have. So in my cars, I will silent the phone. That's the only place where I eat. That's the only place where I'm very relaxed because there is no disturbance. कोई आता नहीं है, कोई मिल नहीं सकता है, ना कोई phone आता है.
So whenever I'm doing a primary angioplasty in any hospital, whether from Breach Candy to Lilabati or whichever hospital, all the cardiac technicians and the cath lab staff tell me one thing, that when your case comes, no matter how bad the patient is, we don't get stressed. Why? Because I don't scream and shout and abuse when something wrong is happening. Like when the patient is going up, down, ever since I started meditation, I started becoming more stable. So I think over the past 3
But-
to 5 years.
But that's probably that calmness comes in all profession with time as you mature.
No, I have consultants 30 years into practice who are still screaming at the technician, throwing stuff and abusing them. And this is the reality inside the lab, because when the heart rate becomes 180 or suddenly becomes 0 and you're giving CPR, people really lose it sometimes.
But that's how you train for your emotional.
That is where
thing as well.
meditation comes in.
Definitely. Probably we can put it that way. So.
So that is, it really changes.
Calmness
my
before the
life.
storm.
Calmness, yes,
So
that's
I
important.
keep saying, when you keep a metal near a magnet, after some time that becomes a magnet. So be the change. Once you change, everyone around you will slowly change.
That's right. That's true. So I really had like a very, very, I think this was the best podcast I've done till date. And
It's just for saying, or probably really it was.
so ask him, he's sitting here. So he's been there for all the podcasts. And this is like my 120th podcast that I'm doing with doctors.
So दिल से दिल तक types है ना एकदम.
दिल से kidney तक
They say kidney tak.
So maximum cardiac output goes to kidney. जब heart pump करता है, maximum blood goes to kidney. The first organ. हाँ.
That's
That's
why
what-
if anything goes wrong in heart, the kidney is the first thing to go
That's
bad.
why we came up with this format and this combination sitting together. I really, really had fun. So just before closing, like one important message that you would give for the people to understand that take care of all the organs, and we are like one. All the organs are like one team. They might have different jobs to do, but then they work in a unit, single unit.
See, I keep saying, Abhi, Superman also needs the Justice League.
Right.
And Iron Man also needs the Avengers. अभी solo नहीं है कुछ भी. You need team approach.
Correct. Correct.
So this is for the younger generation.
So I will probably put it as all of you, all the younger generations will always plan for financial safety, family safety, and your own safety. But what is missing in probably all of these is, where do you see yourself health-wise at the age of 40 or 50? Most of people will think that मैं इतना घर ले लूँगा, मैं ये ले लूँगा, मेरा mutual fund या portfolio इतना रहेगा. But no one speaks that where will I be at 40 or 50 on my health status.
Right.
So once you start making health as a part of your portfolio, things will become very easy. Because then that is calculated, because the amount of efforts you're going to put in probably mutual funds or share market or your finances, including your goals in life, and if health becomes a part of it,
Right.
then there's nothing like that, because then you have achieved everything. It's like nirvana.
That's right.
Because health, life, money, and stability.
I mean,
Nothing can go beyond that. And all your mental meditation peace, everything will join automatically, because everything is good.
So rather than checking on whether I'm getting 1 million followers or not, I
You should add health in your portfolio.
I should check on all my vitals and parameters are fine or not.
So probably, at least we are not able to guide the message to the population. We are happy that at least we
Got
could
it,
guide it to you.
completely got it.
So we
Thanks
could
a
guide
lot,
it to you,
Thanks a
definitely.
lot for in
Thank
this
you.
busy
Thank you so
schedule
much.
coming
Thank you so
here
much.
and giving us this superb episode today. Thanks a lot.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.